Once upon a time, in a land far away, there lived a James Chihuahua who hippity-hopped and humped all day. He smelt like sardines, allegedly, and sharted and pooped. But one thing he knew for sure was that he would always reign supreme of beauty gurus galore. Hello and welcome back to Drama Investigator. Before we get into today's video, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you can be notified when I post the tea. James Chihuahua. Did you really think he was cancelled once and for all? No, he's a cockroach who loves the drama. Contrary to popular belief, he got cancelled this year. He lost all his followers, gained them all back, alongside his ego and narcissism. Jesus Christ, money and fame really do bring out the worst in people, or rather it proves who people truly were from the beginning. Now I get asked this on the daily. Why do I call James a Chihuahua? Well, James, not only does he look like a Chihuahua, like no offence but full offence, he's got all the traits of one too. But all these traits, just like in any other pet or dog, they're not born with it. They're trained to be this way from a very young age. And if you haven't already noticed, James Chihuahua grew to fame at a young age. Age isn't really an excuse though, because there's lots of young YouTubers his age and younger who don't act like him, so you know, maybe he was born with it, or maybe it's Maybelline, or maybe it's Morphe, if knows. Thy God-bespoken holy Chihuahua. How dare anyone replicate his palette? He invented the rainbow. Rain and sunshine that the earth produces? We don't know her. She got copyrighted by James Chihuahua. Colours getting copyrighted in 2019. Next minute he'll sue scientists for saying he didn't invent the rainbow. Okay, so let's rewind a little. When did all this drama come to light? I have addressed this drama in a prior video that I'll leave linked down below, but there has been some additional drama since the scandal went down between Wet n Wild and James Chihuahua. Basically what happened was, Wet n Wild had posted this to their Twitter. First look at our new 40 palette, available exclusively at RuPaul's DragCon NYC, coming to wetnwildbeauty.com fall 2019. Oh, and the Chihuahua was outraged. That's crazy. Your new palette looks extremely similar. Fans had responded, release you're in a lawsuit. James, that's a rainbow palette. Actually, every company has done it before. You're not special. Somebody else had responded, basically in the same order too. Here's the side-by-side of both of the palettes, and we can see the colours are ordered pretty much exactly the same. Wet n Wild is literally a replica of James Chihuahua's palette. James had responded at the time saying, there are only so many colours you can put into an eyeshadow palette, and I'm not claiming to own specific colours, but when you copy the exact shades and layout from my palette without even trying to hide it, clown face. More fans had responded, the fact your name was on the Morphe palette was the only reason I didn't buy it. I don't want to support you in any form, not to mention it's cheaper. You have plenty of money already. I'm sure you'll survive. Baby, it's a dupe company, what you expect, OMG. Get that coin, sis. I don't understand how you're complaining but you took your palette layout from Morphe 35B palette, or WE, and you say recreating, and I say that loosely. Looks from other smaller artists and try to pass them as your own. But please continue with your TED Talk. Wet n Wild since posted this to their Twitter. The James Charles Morphe palette was purchased by Morphe from Zhang Huasheng Cosmetics. Shock horror! James had responded angrily, tweeting, you're tweeting information out of context to start drama. This is beyond unprofessional. Zhang Huasheng is the manufacturer that produces my palette, which I designed and formulated myself. Every company has a manufacturer that they buy their stock from, including you. And there we have it, ladies and gentlemen and competitors of James Chihuahua. He pretty much just exposed who his manufacturer is. A fan had responded, we all know Morphe private labels. You can't be mad that the person you bought it off sold another concept to someone else. Another fan had responded saying, it is context. They were quickly explaining something to someone who was concerned about copying when in reality it's just a basic rainbow palette that any manufacturer could make. You already have drama, what's the point of making more? The manufacturer of my palette has nothing to do with the conversation. Every brand has a manufacturer, and most manufacturers can make any makeup product. Their tweets makes it seem like my palette was already designed by a third party, and Morphe just bought it, also known as private labeling. More fans were outraged at James Chihuahua's classless drama-provoking response, and had tweeted, you formulated it yourself? Impressive. I know people who have to go to school for years studying chemistry to formulate makeup. That's so cool. Did you come up with with the complicated mineral chemical compounds at 4 a.m. and wake up the next morning to find them on your laptop? Imagine saying you formulated it yourself, LMAO. Imagine saying that you spent years formulating the right colours. A whole clown right there. Jesus Christ, they are saying things to start drama? You are the one who posted the palette with a typical passive-aggressive caption, knowing it would cause drama, when there are 50 other ways to handle this offline. The only person ever causing drama is you, and it's so sickening at this point. I'm sorry, James, but you don't own the manufacturer. The fact that it's $10 cheaper and similar means nothing. Did you pay your manufacturer money to keep it exclusive? They would only sell it if they're allowed to. Why is your palette so much more if it's the same thing? Now, a beauty guru that I love so much, Jen Loves Reviews, had an interesting perspective on the drama when it broke out. She had tweeted, "Horrified face." The other side to my last retweet. What I'm curious about is if he formulated the palette, why didn't he know about the red pigments not being eye safe? Just saying. Maybe he's using the word formulate loosely, meaning that he approved the textures. If James tries to sue Wet n Wild, he will lose. Here's why. There are no similarities in the outer packaging, so customers won't be confused. There are differences within the palettes, shades/pan sizes. They are similar but not the same. Now, following on from this, James can't let it go. He can't move on. He must be, you know what Tati said, thy centre of attention, thy user, thy only beauty guru, thy top beauty guru on the planet. And he doesn't like when people diss him. He can't let it go and move on. And sometimes this can show a lot about a person. Clearly he's agitated and feeding into the drama. Whether or not Wet n Wild are being professional with their tweets directed towards him or not, he's now out for blood. This is the end of it in his mind. He won't stop until Wet n Wild are cancelled. Well, he recently responded to a Q&A on his Instagram story where someone asked, "What's the tea on the Wet n Wild palette?" The tea is that knockoffs from low quality brands will always exist in the makeup industry. This is just crazy because I never looked at Wet n Wild as a low quality brand. They have good products at affordable prices, which is very important for the industry, but I truly thought they had more integrity. Not only did they rip off my hard work and creativity, but also to partake in petty Twitter comments and bullying. It's disappointing to say the least. I don't own any colours, and I certainly wasn't the first to create a rainbow palette. There were many rainbow palettes before mine, and there will continue to be many more that come after too, and that makes me happy. No, it doesn't. Let's be real, James Chihuahua. You want to be the only person with a rainbow palette. I want makeup fans to play with colour and express themselves, and I'm certainly not offended if they use another palette over mine. That being said, I spent over a year conceptualising, designing, selecting colours/formulas, shooting photos, working on music, and my commercial to create the marketing campaign for the palette. A rainbow palette had been done before, but a palette that could be used by artists of any skill level to create all steps of any makeup look had not been done before, and this is why my palette was something unique to the market and became a hit. This new palette is not just a rainbow palette. It's an exact low quality cheap knockoff and a sad ploy to capitalise on cancel culture. I will not pretend that I am a stranger to being called out for copying a few times during my career. I recognise the irony here, but whether past situations were unintentional or an honest oversight, I have always righted my wrongs and have supported smaller artists. At the end of the day, copying is the sincerest form of flattery, but I hope all brands take notes and have more integrity than this situation. He had then included a screenshot of Amazon Prime, where he had typed in James Charles palette, and here we can see a lot of replicas. He had stated, "To clarify, this is what I'm referring to when I say low quality brands. Before anyone twists my words, I do not view Wet n Wild as a low quality brand at all, which is why this is all very disappointing and confusing." Moving on. Now, in more James Chihuahua news, he attended Fashion Week this week and people came for his outfits. He picked some interesting ones. Likes to stand out and be the centre of attention. Okay, James, we get it. Well, he had responded to a hater who had called him out stating, "Sis, your big toe is on the ground." And James had responded, "That's because I am a man in heels, Liz." And fans went off in the comments. Trixie Martell had responded, "Teen girls critiquing cross-dressing? Groundbreaking. It's because your shoe doesn't fit, shishter, like your foundation doesn't fit your face, but..." Do people really find anything at this point? LSTG, you look fine, James. Jesus Christ. They hate on everything, TF. Now, his last outfit for Fashion Week. Oh, why is he wearing an AliExpress dress? I mean, we have seen worse at Fashion Week, but I've seen this dress on AliExpress to match. The pink version, of course. Well, he opted for a black version, which actually looks a lot classier. And of course all his fake ass friends in the comments saying, "Stop it, Iconic. Wow. You look stunning. Tonight this was Beyonce. Wow, wow, wow. You're stunning. OMG. Sister, shut down. Oh! OMG at James Charles, 100% yes. Y'all a bunch of fake ass bitches letting your so-called friend walk the streets of New York in an AliExpress dress for Fashion Week. Honestly, actually I'd like it if it was cut off because the mohawk dress is so 10 years ago. It probably would have been cute, had an Ariana Grande moment or something if it was cut short, but this! Look at them, fake friends everywhere lying to his face. I don't know, what are your thoughts on this dress? I'll be honest, I like the shoes, but this is a no from Jermaine. I'd love to hear your savagery in the comments. What are your thoughts on all this drama? Let me know in the comments. That's all for this investigation. Don't forget to subscribe, hit that notification bell. My social media will be linked down below, and I'll see you guys in our next investigation.